Hi everyone, welcome back to the session. Sharing my screen. All of you are able to see my screen? Is it visible?
Yes.
Okay. So in the last class, we have discussed about Postman tool. Let me get the Postman. Okay, so we have tried with different types of HTTP methods like get, put, post, patch, delete, and also you saw the all the requests. Each and every request, when we go and fetch the required details, you are going to check the response body, cookies, header, test result, status code, and then response type. So all these things you are going to verify. That is fine. Next concept is API chaining. API chaining. Before I get into the API chaining, let me write down the concepts which are pending. API chaining, API authorization, how do you get the APIs from the developers? And then what are all the variables are available? What are the variables are available? What are the variables are available in the Python? Sorry, in the Postman tool? How to set the environment variables? How to set the environments? Okay, environments, and then how to use Chrome Dev Tool. Chrome Dev Tool. Then how to import and export Postman collection. How to do data-driven testing. How to do data-driven testing. And then next, how to set the global variables. Next, how to do data-driven testing is over. Environment is also over. How to run the collection is over. How do you get the APIs from the developers is over. Yeah. So these concepts we need to discuss now. Before that, let's discuss about what all the variables are available in Postman tool. Let's go to the Google and ask Postman variables. Postman tool variables. If you look at here, so this is the Postman tool. All of you are able to see my guide? See my screen? Is it visible to everyone? Right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Outside layer is a Postman tool. Same thing, whatever I open, it's a Postman tool. Inside that, I have a global variables. What do you mean by global variables? They have given clearly here. Global variables enable you to access the data between the collections, requests, scripts, and environments. Global variables are available throughout the workspace. Since global variables have a broadest scope available in Postman, they are well suited for testing and prototyping later in the development phase. Okay, if I go here, you see here, you have a multiple option right here. See, I can add the global variables here. Once I add it as a global variable, Let us say URL is equal to https colon uacircle.in. Okay, save. Once I made this as a global variable, look at here. I have made it here as a global variable. Now you can access anywhere, wherever you want. If I go to this delete, if I go to delete, and here, if you want to check URL, see this URL belongs to, it is giving you here scope of global. Means you can access wherever you want in this workspace, QC18 workspace, wherever you want, you can access. That is a global variable. I have set the global variable, it is available here, global variable. Irrespective of any environment, for example, if you're working in a test environment, or if you're working in a development environment, or if you're working in the pre-prod environment, whatever it might be, it is available throughout the environment, throughout the workspace. That is about global variable. Next, collection variables. Collection variables. These variables are available only in that particular collection, independent of environments. For example, if I go here, I have a collection called login is one collection. Say here, Swag Labs is one collection. Swag Labs is one collection. I'll create one more collection. Let us go here, or you can press this button. Let us say blank collection I want to create. Collection name, I'll say XYZ. Yes, I created one more collection. I'm adding one request called get method. So fetch the data. Fetch the data. Here, I'll just write one URL to save and send. It is performing. So now how many collections I have in this workspace, QC18 workspace, how many collections I have? How many collections I have? Remaining fellows. I'm not able to hear. Be louder.
Two collections.
Two collections. Okay. Look at here. Have you set any environment, or it's a no environment now?
No environment.
No environment.
No environment. I was teaching you how to set the environments. Yes, you can do that. Now, if you're working in a development environment, you can go and set here. First, you need to choose here. You need to add the environment. No active environment at this moment. You can add. Okay, I'm adding an environment. Let us say development environment. Dev env. What is the development environment? Okay, let us say dev underscore env underscore URL is equal to, here I'll say https :/dev dot hubspot.com. Okay, so this is a development environment URL. Save. Close it. Now, if you see here, how many environments you have at this moment? How many environments you have?
One.
One.
Where is two, madam?
Okay.
Only one environment. Development environment, just now you prepared. Similarly, I want to create one more environment. Look at here, when you want to create an environment, it should be selected as no environment. If you select a dev environment, and then if you try to add, see, it will show you development environment. When you want to add one more environment, you should always select no environment. So now nothing is there. There is no environment. You have to go here, select, then you need to add the environment. I want to add, for example, I want to add QA environment. Let us say QA env environment. So here I'll say variable QA underscore env underscore URL https :/QA dot say HubSpot.com. Means this is a test environment URL. Save. Perfect. Close everything now. I'll close everything. Now, if you go and see here, how many environments you have?
Two.
Two environments. Okay, perfect. If I select a development environment and see here, will you be able to see the global variable? Yes or no? Is it
Yes,
visible?
sir.
Yes, sir.
So you can access global variable inside a development environment also. Now, if I go and select test environment, now if I go and check, are you able to see the global variable? Is it visible or not?
Visible, sir.
So
Visible.
global variable can be accessed irrespective of any environment in this particular workspace. So now I have covered how to set the environment. Now I'm covering what all the variables are available. First one is global variable, which I discussed. Second one, I'm discussing collection variable. If I go to the collection here, let us say XYZ. If I select this collection, here I have an option here. Are you able to see the variables? In this collection XYZ, there is an option overview, authorization, scripts, variables. Are you able to see that?
Yes, sir.
If I say test underscore URL is equal to HTTP /google.com. Yes, save. Are you hearing any disturbance from my end?
No, sir.
All right, okay, fine. Test underscore URL https qsql.com. Save. Now I have set the environment. If I go and see here, I have saved. Let me close it here. So whatever the variable I have created, it is available. It is available inside this collection. For example, look at here. Are you able to access this? This is collection level variable. Are you able to see that C
Yes,
visible or
sir.
not?
URL. Yes, sir.
Now same thing. I want to access it in the Swag Lab collection. Here. Let us see here. Is it visible here now?
No, sir.
No,
Right.
sir.
Where you have created that? In which collection?
XYZ.
XYZ. So collection variable, look at here. Collection variables are available throughout the request in the collection and the independent of environment. If you select a QA environment and if you create this particular variable, so it is available only inside this request like get, put, post, patch, delete. But it is not available in other collections here. It is not, you will not be able to access it. So that is about collection level variable. Then environment variable. Environment variable means what? You are going here, you are selected an environment variable here. And when you go to the environment variable, let us say, closing this, if I go to this environment variables here, still you want to add, you can add many variables here. See, you have an option. You can add one more option. Like that, you can create multiple variables. These are all environment variables. The environment variables enable you to scope your work to the different environments. If you're working in a local environment, you need to choose the local environment. If you're working in a development environment, when you're testing an API, you need to choose a development environment. And then once you select a development environment, okay, you don't have to write every time HTTPS this request. This becomes common, right? If you're testing development environment, you can do the parameterization. First, you'll see what is the URL, qscircle.in. So this is a URL. Sorry, this one, right? Dev HubSpot. If you're working in a development environment, let us say, okay, you can do the parameterization. URL, dev URL. Perfect. You are doing an alteration here. See, directly you are taking it from the environment variable. Same way you can do it for post. Instead of writing every time HTTPS, I'm just giving you an example. Sir, why I have to do the parameterization? In future, if developer makes changes to this URL, if we make changes to the dev URL, for example, if we change dev dot hyphen, but now if you write, if you do the hard coding, look at here, every time if you do the hard coding for each and every request, every time if you try to do the hard coding for each and every request, it becomes problem. Instead of that, if you do the parameterization, if developer makes a changes for URL, you just have to go here, just change this URL. If you change this URL, automatically gets updated to all the requests. If you have 100 requests, you don't have to go and do manually, you don't have to edit. If you just change it here, it gets applicable to every request and response. That is the reason we go for environment variables. Clear now? Anybody has any doubt till here? Global variable, collection variable, environment variable. See, in our real-time environment, when you're working in a company, okay, 90% we use environment variables, global variables, and collection variables. Based on our requirement, we have to play with this tool. This tool only we will use it for our testing, and same job, whatever I've done, accordingly, okay, you want to access the data. For example, here in the XYZ, what you have done, you created this variable. Okay, fine. Now, in this request, in the response body, okay, I want to access it. Let us say, okay, I want to access what you want to access. Say, test URL. See here, it's coming automatically. You want to access test URL. It is coming by default. You can access it. In future, when you want to perform some activity in the company, that time we declare a collection level variable. Similarly, we declare a environment level variables. Similarly, we declare a data level variables. Like that, we will be creating a different variables. Next is data variable. Look at here. This is kind of a CSV file. How to do the data driven testing, that I'll teach you. If somebody has raised the hand, please. Yes, Afrin. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Can you please explain environmental variables one more time?
Okay, environment variable. So now I want to work with development environment or testing environment. First, I'll create one collection. Look at here. I'll just create one collection, blank collection. I will say this name. Okay, something went wrong. What happened? Let me close everything. I want to rename this. Let us say what name you want to give. I want to give a collection name as home page. Home page. I created one collection. Inside that, I'll add one request. Could not rename collection. Try again. Once again, what happened? Let me delete this. Something went wrong. Collection deleted. Let me like this. Come back. Yeah. So I'll create a new collection, blank collection. I want to give a name. It has say home underscore page. Perfect. I created a collection. I'll add a request. This is a get request. I'll save it as it is same. Same. Okay. Let us say REQ RES. REQ RES. REQ RES.in. I'll take this website. I'll take this URL. This is get URL. This get method. Okay, save. This is one. Next, similarly, I will add one more request. This is a post. I'll make it as post. And for a post, what is a URL? I'll just come here. Say post. So this is the URL. Post. Okay, and I need to pass the body. Raw JSON for this post. I'll just take this name as it is because I need to pass this payload. Perfect. Save. One more request I'll add. Let us say delete. Back, delete. So this is a URL. Okay. Now tell me how many requests we have in the home page collection. How many requests we have? API request.
3.
3.
3.
How many?
3.
3.
3, right? Okay. Now I have done a hard coding. Look at here, https reqres.in. https reqres.in. https reqres.in. Assume that in future, if developer change the URL like reqres.com, then if you have 100 requests, you need to go to each and every request. You need to change okay.com. Go to another request.com. Go to another request.com. Instead of that, what you should do? You should do the parameterization. Look at here. I'll just use it a dev environment. Now I'm working in a development environment. I'll just use a dev. Or if you're working in a QA environment, select QA and check, okay, which name you have given for variable QA environment variable. If you give this name, automatically this URL come into the picture. Just an example I'm giving you. Let us say first you need to add 2 brackets. Then see here QA environment URL. Automatically came here. Then same way here also. I'll just take it here. QA environment. Okay, perfect. Then come here. Save. Come here. Save. Come here. Save. Perfect. And you can run. Okay, just go and run this collection. This is just a sample. I have taken example. It will not run because it's a live website. Even though if you try to run, sometimes it will not work. See here, it is not going to work because we have just taken a dummy URL. See, through this parameterization, assume that if developer changes the URL in future, you have done a parameterization for 100 requests. When developer changes a URL, you don't have to do anything. Just go here, just change this, edit. Just edit this URL. If you edit this URL, automatically it will get updated. Automatically gets updated to 100 requests. Automatically it will get updated to 100 requests. So this one is easy, or going to each and every request and changing the URL is easy. Which one is easy?
This one is easy.
Right? Parameterization is easy, or going to each and every request and changing the URL manually, is it good? Which one is good?
Parameterization.
Right? That is the reason we will go for environment variables. Next concept, data variables. This is kind of some external files. Okay, so how to do the data-driven testing? How to do the data-driven testing? For example, I want to create, okay, in this collection, let us say I want to create a multiple user. I'll use a post method. And if I go here, I want to create 100 users. Post method. Okay, perfect. Save. And I need to pass the payload. But 100 users having a different names. Every time I cannot use, okay, Morphos and a leader. I have a CSV file, one file. Look at here. I'll just take one file. Is that I have one file, CSV file. Okay, this one, CSV file. So I have this employee data. See, I have a name. How many names I have total? Please check.
9.
How many? 9.
10.
See, how many roles?
9.
9 rows. So I want to take the data from this file and I want to create. If I do this way, run, I'm creating only one user. Yes or no? How many users are getting created now?
1.
1.
But now, what is my requirement? I want to create how many users at a time?
9.
9
9.
users. So now what I will do? I will do data-driven testing. So in this place, Morphos is there, no? What I'll do is, I'll just take double square bracket, this is double braces, take same name. N is a capital, right? A name. N-A-M-E. And here in the leader also,
Roll.
take the name role. R-O-L-E. If you're using capital, same name you should take. Okay, save it. Perfect. Now let's try to run this collection. Look at here, how to run the collection. If anybody asks, you should go to this collection. Click here. You have an option, run collection. Are you able to see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Click on run collection. Now it is asking you. See, as of now, I have just passed one data here. That's the reason it is asking you one. I'll close it here. Everything I want to close it. 1 second, I'll show you. See, I have Python, like, say, this Postman is considering as a one data at this moment. When you try to run, it will give you iteration 1 at this moment because we have just passed one data. Now I'll choose the file. Look at here, select a file. I'll go here. CSV file, employee, open. Perfect. It is uploaded. Now see here, if you want to see the file, you can preview. Are you able to see the details?
Yes, sir.
Visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now look at the iteration. Earlier it was showing you 1. Now how many it is showing?
9.
9.
9. You can give a time. Every iteration you can give a time. Okay. First you create one data, then take 5 minutes time, 5 milliseconds or 10 milliseconds. Then create one more data, then create one more data. Like that, you can give a delay time 10. If you want to give 0, automatically create all the 9. So I want to see one by one, or I'll just use 20 milliseconds at this moment. And always remember, the file should be in the form of CSV only. If you try to upload Excel file, look at here what happens. I'll say I'll upload this Excel file. Let us say API test cases. It will throw you here. See the format of the data. Okay, could not determine the format of the data file. You cannot upload this. If you try to preview, you will not get the required details. So the file should be always in the form of CSV. So that's the reason I'm taking the CSV. How to save CSV file? Same normal Excel sheet only. Open Excel sheet, enter some data inside, and while saving, save as, you have an option here. Assume that you take one place. I'm just taking a desktop. And when you're saving, here you have an option. CSV, comma separated value. Are you able to see that? Comma delimited.
Yes, sir.
Select that. Then save. Automatically gets saved. Yes, save. This is saved in the form of .csv. Okay, now if you go and see here, the desktop, this one, right click and see properties, you'll see here, yes, this is a comma separated value file. Like this, you need to create a CSV file. Okay, now you know how to create a CSV file. I'll come here. I'm just selected employee. Fine. Let me see all the employee details displaying. Okay, perfect displaying. Okay, good. Now 9 iteration. Run every data after 20 seconds. Run. One data created, second data, see here. Okay, 9 data, it is done. Perfect. See, you are getting status code 201, 201, 201. Perfect. 201 status code. And if you go in detail, you'll see the details. I'm not seeing any details here. If you want to see view summary, you have an option here. 9 times it ran. Am I getting the required details? Here, if you see here, fetch the data. Okay, it is fetching it here. But I am not able to understand whether it is given a proper data or not. Just go to the console here. Are you able to see the option console here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Go here. See, it is created recently 9 data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9 data. Let's take here. What is the last name in this file? In the CSV file, what is the last name?
Suji.
What is the role?
Developer.
Developer.
Let us see whether it is created or not. Request body and here response body, no, last. Are you seeing a name? Suji?
Yes, sir.
What is the role, job role?
Developer.
Developer.
It is created with one ID 618. Created at this time. Still, if you want to clear, you can clear everything and you want to run once again. You can give, now what we'll do, we'll make some small changes. I want to run the collection once again. This time what I'll do, I'll give, first let me choose the file. I'll give 100 millisecond so that you can see the data slowly run. See, slowly it is creating. 7, 8, 9. Now if you see the console here, just now it is created all the 9. Once again, if you want to clear and run it here, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. You can see the first name. So this is a request header. This is a request body. So look at here, it is taking a request body name, Marfos and leader. It is taking from this file. And then look at the response body. Created Marfos. And if you see the middle name, let us say Sudha Rani, she's a PSI. Okay. Let's go back and see whether it is created or not. Sudha Rani. Okay, what is the number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th request. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th request. Request body. Are you able to see Sudha Rani name visible? There are.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
It is taking it from this file. Request is sent to the server and then response body. It is created the same data. This is how we do the data-driven testing. So now what I have covered here, how to set the environments I have covered, how to do data-driven testing I have covered, what are all the variables are available in the Postman tool I have covered. So in the Postman tool, we have global variable, collection variable, environment variable, data variables, local variables. Local variables are temporary variables that can be accessed only in the request scripts. See here, if I have one request, post request, here if I write one script, I can write, okay, if I create one variable, I have an option here. Get variable. I'll use one name or I want to set one variable. Just a second. These are all codes which are available. Set collection variable, clear environment variable, get the collection variable, get a variable. See, whenever I want to set one variable inside this, that type, I can use any of the scripts and I can create a separate variable. Remember, in practical, we don't use this. In real time, when you're working in a Postman tool, you are not going to write any script, but this is there for syllabus also. Yes, whenever you want to create a temporary variable that can be accessed in your request scripts, means that this is your request, post request, and in the script you want to access. That time, the local variables values are scoping to the single request or collection run. Means it is available only here. If you try to use it in the another request, for example, I'll create one more request. Okay. Now you created a one more request. I'll just close it now. So now you have two requests. Whatever variable you created in this script, it is not available in this request. You cannot access. So it is local only to this request. So that is about local variable. That is about local variable. But 99% we will be using global collection environment data variable. Local, rarely we will use it in the real-time environment. Now, please take down the notes. What are all the variables are available in Postman tool? What are all the variables are available in the Postman tool? Heading. What are all the variables are available in the Postman tool? Now take down this answer. Global variable, collection, local, data variable. Just write down till here, then you take down this diagram also. Start writing this. And let me know once you have completed till data variable, I'll just scroll down. All of you are able to hear me properly, or is there any network issue from my end? Is it clear?
It's clear, sir.
Yeah, right. Okay. Today, whatever we discuss, this is very important. Please go back and practice this class.
Scroll down, sir.
Yes, done. Okay, I'll scroll down. Completed?
Done, sir.
Done? Okay. Remaining fellows, good to go?
So 1 minute.
Yeah.
So done, sir.
Yeah? Okay. Yes, somebody has raised the hand. Yes, Manikya.
Sir, to create or to run our own APIs, we use Node.js,
What?
right?
Can you be a little louder?
To create or to run our own APIs, we use Node.js, right?
Which one?
Node.js.
Node.js, ah?
Node. Yeah.
Why you want to create your own API? Your developer
just
will be
asking.
your developer will be developing a API. He will give that API with a URL. So this is only URL he will give. You need to test that. You don't have to create any API.
Okay.
Your developer will be developing these APIs. He will give it to you for a testing. You have to test it whether you are getting a proper response or not, whether you are getting a proper status code, and whether you are getting all the required data in the JSON body, whether it is you are getting a data on time, whether you are getting a cookies also. Everything you need to check. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. How to set the environments? Take down the heading. How to set the environments? How to
So
set
we
the
haven't copied that image actually.
image? Huh? Hey, take down the image also. Take down this image.
Done, sir.
Then okay. And here they've given a description. Look at here. If the variables with the same name, if you have a collection variable same name, global variable same name, then okay, the value stored, the variable with narrowest scope means global variable name is same, collection variable name is same. Then we, Postman tool automatically will consider collection variable. The variable with the narrowest scope will be used. Take on this till here. Now take this one. It's entire data.
Done, sir.
Done? Okay, so next heading, how to set the environment. How to set the environments. For the steps to write up, we need to go to first log into Postman tool. Log into Postman tool. Step 1, log into the Postman tool. Step 2, select the required workspace. Select the required workspace. Select the required workspace. Third step, on the right side corner, on the top right side corner, on the top right side corner, on the top right side corner, there is an option called Environment Quick Look. There is an option called Environment There is an option called Environment Quick Look. We have to click on that. And then we need to add the environment variable. And then we need to add the environment variable. Okay, fine. So this is about how to set the environment. So tomorrow we'll discuss the remaining things. I'll stop it now. So as we planned, so from Monday onwards, you'll be getting an invitation. Please join on time and continue your classes.